Do you ever wonder why your organization can't work better or be more productive? I'd like to make you aware of a serious problem that you probably have and you might not know exists. And you say, look, Ed, we have lots of problems and challenges. That's why they hired me. No doubt. However, solving this one problem will greatly reduce those other problems and challenges, and in some cases, make them disappear. Hi, my name is Ed Pound. I'm the Managing Director of the Operations Science Institute with over 35 years of managing, leading, and coaching organization leaders and workers. But don't take my word for the existence of the problem. I'm going to provide you survey results that show that this problem occurs across all industries and across all levels of an organization. Even better, I'm going to provide you a simple test that you can do within your organization to test for the presence of the problem. And finally, I'm going to provide a solution so that you can address the problem and accelerate success quickly in your organization. This problem needs to be solved because it's a serious drain on productivity in your organization. It leads to increased stress, chaos, increased waste, increased cost, reduced customer service, and all sorts of ill effects that you don't want and you'd like to get rid of. The setting is something like this. You determine markets and strategic direction for the organization. You translate that to business unit or department level actions. You determine annual objectives, KPIs, priorities for work, and then that gets broken down to individual objectives, projects, and required resources, and then you have some combination of daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly coordination meetings. You have some type of continuous improvement efforts like Lean, Six Sigma, Agile, or whatever your own version of internal process improvement and control may be. You make use of the latest technology. Seems like everybody wants everything on their phone. You may be undergoing digital transformation so that everything is connected to everyone. That seems like the way to go. Artificial intelligence is now on the scene in a big way and promises to be a real game changer, as long as that artificial intelligence is trained properly. At the root of this problem is widespread confusion about basic practical operations science. Here's the definition of operations science. It governs your organization's performance. Operations science is like gravity. It doesn't care if you believe in it or not. It just keeps doing what it does. Without a good understanding of operations science, your organization gets disjointed and unproductive efforts and less than optimal results. Next, I'm going to provide you empirical evidence of the existence of this problem. We've surveyed literally thousands of people. The results are consistent, and you can conduct a survey within your organization very easily. Note the blue Post-it notes on the table in this meeting. We'll come back to that later. The results are not only consistent, they are widespread and in all industries. Whether it's healthcare, maintenance, repair, and overhaul, engineering and construction project delivery, product design, or traditional manufacturing. Before we get to the survey, let me provide a quick demonstration for context. If I hold this Sharpie out in front of me and I let go of it, what's going to happen? Is it going to fly off into space? This is not a trick question. Is it going to levitate? No. If I let go of it, it's going to fall to the ground. Everybody knows this. Everyone's intuition about gravity helps him understand how to react appropriately to avoid the harmful effects of gravity. For example, if people see an avalanche, they don't call a meeting to decide what to do. They get out of the way. Okay, let's get to the survey, but first we have to do some definitions. Here's a process. The barrels at the beginning and the end represent either raw materials or finished goods inventory. If you have that, you might not have that if you're in a service. The triangles represent work in process. You always have that. And then the rectangles represent the work centers, the process centers where the work's getting done. Okay, so the cycle time then is the time it takes to get through those operations. Utilization is the hours of work divided by hours available, and that's the same as you see day in and day out. How much do I have to do, and how much time do I have to do it? Okay, we now have clear definitions of cycle time and utilization. These are things people work with every day, so you would think that they would grasp the relationship between utilization and cycle time as clearly as they understand the effects of gravity. But that's not what we find in practice. So here's the survey that you can do. It's very easy. You can do it in your next meeting. Give people a Post-it note and ask them to draw the following. Draw this set of axes with cycle time on the y-axis and utilization on the x-axis. Then say, okay, we work with this every day, cycle time and utilization. Draw me the curve of what happens to cycle time as utilization increases. So does cycle time go up? Does it go down? Does it stay the same? Does it oscillate? What happens? Here are the results of a survey of about 40 to 50 operations professionals of all ages and with combined hundreds of years of experience. This is a problem. Understanding cycle time versus utilization is just one example of the general confusion about the science of operations. Here are some other samples conducted at other organizations. More than likely, the same confusion is in your organization, which means it's being less productive, less profitable, more stressful, and more wasteful than it should be. When you have this confusion in your organization, essentially what you're getting is people coming into your meetings going, we don't believe in the law of gravity, or forget about the law of gravity, we don't need to worry about that. Whether it's a few people or whether it's half your people, in any case, the effect is extremely disruptive and it's unproductive and it leads to tension and lots of waste. The solution is to provide operations science training and coaching for your organization. I may be biased because I teach operations science, but it doesn't mean that I'm wrong. You do not throw out your existing continuous improvement efforts, and you don't throw out your existing technology and software. Having operations science unites your employees' efforts in a science-based framework, and you just stand back and watch them go. The Operations Science Institute does not sell software, and what we do is better than traditional consulting. Of course, we'll provide suggestions on how to solve problems, but we're training and coaching your people so they understand the science, and then they turn and they solve the problems, and they do it much more quickly than any consultant could do, and they do it in a sustainable, practical, science-based approach. Contact us today to inspire, energize, and sustain your employees to achieve better results more quickly now.